When we were leaving the karaoke bar, my boyfriend's childhood friend, Olivia, mouthed off and provoked a gang of hooligans. Sensing trouble, my boyfriend grabbed Olivia and ran. I was left behind and dragged into a room by those scumbags, where they harassed me for a long time. Afterwards, Olivia deliberately taunted me in front of everyone. I asked Thomas to go back and save you, but he said that you look so plain that those scumbags probably wouldn't be desperate enough to mess with you. As far as I can remember, he indeed never complimented me on my looks. However, it didn't matter. A useless man is worse than a dog. Since you want him, I'll give him to you. When I was dragged into that room by the beasts, Thomas had already driven away with his dear Olivia. In the end, it was other guests at the karaoke bar who called the police. When the police arrived, I was lying on the ground, barely clothed, with bruises all over my fair skin. The police asked me, "Didn't your boyfriend come with you? Where is he?" It was at that moment that Thomas returned. His first words to me were not of concern, but of blame. "Why didn't you run with us?" "Yeah, we only realized you didn't follow when we got to the car." Olivia chimed in with a sweet but mocking tone. I sneered and retorted, "If you realized I wasn't with you, why didn't you come back to look for me?" Olivia instantly put on a timid act. "It's my fault, I was too scared, so Thomas left with me first." "Thomas said you knew martial arts, and should be able to protect yourself," she added. I laughed bitterly. "Martial arts? I only took 2 self-defense classes. Even if I knew martial arts, how could I possibly win against so many?" "Maya, are you blaming me?" Olivia teared up, and Thomas immediately shielded her, as if I were a monster. "This has nothing to do with Olivia. If you want to blame someone, blame me, but you also have responsibility," Thomas said. "Their target was obviously Olivia. If you had been smarter, you wouldn't have been caught." I clutched the man's coat tighter around me, feeling a sudden pang of sorrow. "Thomas, have you forgotten that I'm your girlfriend? I was so close to you then, you could have reached out and grabbed me, but you went straight to Olivia and ran off with her." Guilt flickered across Thomas's face. He tried to explain, but I raised my hand to stop him, not wanting to hear any more. "Thomas and I met through a mutual friend. He was good-looking and came from a good family. When he agreed to date me, I felt like I had struck gold. For him, I gave up the opportunity to study abroad. For him, I enrolled in various hobby classes during my free time, just to have common topics to talk about. But I tried so hard to maintain a relationship." At this moment, it was clearly extremely laughable. After giving my statement at the police station, I went straight home. Thomas followed me. I ignored him, so he began sending me red envelopes non-stop. He thought I would act like before. I would forgive him easily. "Baby, please don't be mad anymore, okay? How about you hit me a few times to vent your anger? I promise, next time I'll put you first. Please forgive me this time, okay?" Thomas kept whispering in my ear. He didn't care whether I was annoyed. When I went into the bathroom to take a shower, he tried to follow. Seeing the bruises on my body, his eyes showed a hint of guilt and pain. "Baby, I'm sorry." He tried to hug me, but I pushed him away with all my strength. Get out, get out." When he tried to come closer again, I grabbed the bottle of shower gel from the shelf and hurled it at his head. Thomas didn't dodge and got hit, a bump forming instantly. He became furious. "Enough is enough. I've been humbling myself to make you happy. What more do you want?" I pointed at him, my hand trembling with anger. "Get lost." Thomas, clutching his injured head, yelled back at me, "You're being unreasonable." Thomas left and didn't come back that night. In fact, I didn't care where he went. But Olivia was eager for me to know. She posted on her Instagram, clearly taunting me. Olivia put, "Since I was 5, my parents stopped telling me bedtime stories, but tonight, I heard one again. I in his eyes. I'm still just a little girl." The accompanying picture was of a hand holding a storybook. Others might not recognize it, but I knew at a glance, it was Thomas's hand. He barely bothered to comfort me, yet he had the patience to read Olivia a bedtime story. The comparison was truly painful. Her post quickly garnered numerous comments, almost all from people I knew. Friend A, "Wow, so blatant. Aren't you afraid Ning will see this?" Friend B, "If she dared to post it, she must have blocked Maya from seeing it." Friend C, "Just a lapdog. Even if Thomas cheated, she wouldn't have the guts to break up with him." Olivia, "What are you guys talking about? Thomas and I are just friends." A dull pain struck my chest again. In fact, among the 3 of us, I seemed to be the extra one. Thomas knew all of Olivia's preferences. He knew what brand of clothes she liked, what flavor of food she liked, and what kind of movies she liked to watch. But he knew nothing about my likes and dislikes. Tears welled up in my eyes again. I liked Olivia's post and left a comment. "Olivia, do you often shop on secondhand websites? Since you like taking what others have used, I'll give you Thomas. The useless piece of trash is just taking up space at home anyway." Thomas called as I was packing my luggage.